I am perfection. I am perfect. I am the motherboard in every single circuit. I am the high price you pay even when you can't afford it. Yes, I am important, and I am worth it. I am the hard work you do and the funds too that you earn to make it. I am both the good and bad habits that you have, plus I am the will to break it. I am the air you breathe to live, plus the ability to give or take it. I am infinity plus possibility. I am the constant that is constantly consistent. I am the accepted resistance, the ending that goes on strong and persistent. I am spineless and relentless, a genius yet senseless, defensive and defenseless, the professed protag plus antagonist. I am everything. I am all of this. Welcome to your reading, Leo. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. You know how we gonna start this off. You know, we got these little Chinese fortune sticks, and we're going to definitely be reading from here. So let me see what you guys got today, okay? Y'all got 34. So let's see what it says in 34. It says, he was a great commander, but ugly and squat, and so found himself rejected by two mighty kings. But a high official saw his value beneath his scars, sought him through the night, and won his aid. Traditional interpretation says, do not judge by appearances, or you may overlook great resources and opportunities. Instead, investigate things closely before making any judgment, especially in legal situations. Unless you are careful, your current affluence may slip away from you. Do not believe the rumors you hear about others. Remember that people may be spreading similar stories about you. The reflection says, the meaning of this poem is clear and a frequent insight in divination poems. Do not judge by outward appearances, for to find a beautiful piece of jade, you first have to break open a plain piece of rock. Beware also of being condescending. The high official had to work to undo the damage done to the ugly commander, who later became the god of literature's chief attendant. Value everyone as an equal. So you may be perceived as like looking down your nose at someone or thinking you're better than someone is what I'm kind of getting. And it's reminding you that you may be missing also something very special and very important because you're not looking any deeper than the outside appearance, okay? So keep that in mind, my beautiful Leos. You guys have hibiscus. Love, passion, attraction draws love and intensifies romantic energy. Hibiscus petals and love spells enhance passion and create a magnetic energy for attraction. Okay, so hibiscus. Then you guys have desire lives in me, it says. Okay, let's see what this is about. It says, I feel life on my skin. Inner signals, a conscious or intuitive slowing down, rhythm, attention, and subtle sensing. What does my dance with life through touch look like? When do I feel the world touching me? What tactile moments awaken my sensitivity? Okay. All right. And you guys have 555, which is change. Change happens outside your comfort zone. The time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path and to learn how to walk it. Take the next step. Allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. Your affirmation is, I release all that no longer serves me as I am guided to move outside of my own comfort zone and let change in. Okay? Don't be afraid of change, okay? All right. You have gratitude. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me, okay? All right, you guys, you have the Hanged Man. Like Pisces energy. You have the Justice card, Libra energy. And you have the World, okay? This is kind of like deep. This is like a deep little thing that you got there, right? Okay, so the Hangman is about being in suspension or taking a sacrifice or making a sacrifice willingly, though, like because you want to. It's like you're in a period of deliberate pause, okay? So you sacrifice to gain a new and enlightened perspective.
but that leads to a necessary and fair resolution. You may be giving something up, like voluntarily giving it up, to achieve a greater goal. And a decision based on a logic, like truth that you have, is coming soon that will bring, a just conclusion, bring whatever this is to conclusion. Another interpretation is about embracing the pause. Don't resist this period of waiting. See it as a necessary time for reflection, giving you the clarity you need for the right decision. It also says, make an informed sacrifice. The hangman asks you to give up something. This sacrifice is not in vain, as it is a necessary step to create the balance and truth that justice requires, ultimately leading to the fulfillment of the world. It says, act with integrity. With the justice card, you are being called to act with integrity, be honest with yourself and others, and make a decision that is fair and balanced, considering the long-term effects. And finally, it says, look for the larger outcome. This is a powerful combination pointing towards a major positive conclusion. The pause is temporary, and the outcome will be one of success and completion brought about by your willingness to learn, sacrifice, and act with integrity. All right. Okay, so you guys also have moving, boxed up environment change, empty shell. You have finality, divorce, differences, breakup, or not looking back. You also have shattered, crushed, sadness, broken heart, panic attack. You also have this situation is safe, and now is the time. You also have leaving, breaking the cycle, saying goodbye, moving on to better things. Okay, you have waiting, hoping they will change, spending time apart, putting things on pause. You also have hiding lies, covering up the truth, not telling the whole story, or questioning what's real. Then you have vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everyone involved. You have leap of faith. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what brings you joy. You have material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways, acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. You have embrace your inner child, new friends, or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Then you have am I willing? It says, you are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Today's soul action, be brave. Follow your heart's compass and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra is, it is possible, okay? It is possible. All right, I like that. I like your guys' mantra for the day, All right, Leo. So we're shaking stuff up. I don't know if you know this, but we're doing things a little bit different. So we're going to do pick a pile. What we're going to do is you could pick pile 1, you could pick pile 2, or you could pick pile 3. Okay? All right, so those of you who picked pile 1, we're going to get started on your reading. Okay? I will definitely leave the time that pile 2 and pile 3 will begin, so that if you don't want to stick around and watch pile 1 and 2 when you picked pile 3, you could just skip to that part of the video, okay? So I will definitely do that. But pile 1, this is your reading. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 3 of Swords. You have the 7 of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. 5 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Moon. Cancer energy there. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to go through the meanings and we'll figure it out. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about fate, positive changes, cycles, endings, and beginnings. Good luck. You have the Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak and pain, separation, grief, sorrow. You have the Seven of Cups, which is about having options, many options, choices, indecisions. You have the Four of Wands, which is about home and stability. Eight of Wands is about fast-paced movement, quick decisions, and sudden progress. The Knight of Pentacles, that's a practical, reliable, slow and steady, committed and patient, conservative individual. You've got the Eight of Cups, which is walking away, letting go, and leaving behind. You have the Five of Swords, aggression, disputes, bullying, stress, conflicts, and arguments. You've got the Five of Cups, loss, grief, disappointment, blinded to love. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth, new ideas, victory, and triumph. The Queen of Wands, who is passionate, determined, attractive, confident, self-assured, and charismatic. And then you have the Moon, illusions, hidden confusion, secrets, uncertainty, your shadow side, needing to trust your intuition more, or you know, something is hidden and it's coming to light. What I'm sensing here is you guys are trying to end this cycle. You're closing out a cycle that caused you heartbreak. Okay, there was something that caused you some type of pain. But it was due to you having too many decisions and not making them. Like you had all these options and choices, but you weren't willing to make those choices. And it ended in heartbreak because when you don't make a decision that needs to be made, either someone else does or the universe does. And generally, it's not what you want, even though you didn't know that you wanted it, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, with, I'm saying, I don't know. So you got there's too many options. You've got that heartbreak that came from it. You've got this wanting to move into, yeah, you're in this position where I don't think you know how you feel exactly. Like part of you is like, I just been hurt, got a lot of options, I just am gonna stay a single player, like type thing, no commitment. But the other part of you is like, I'm getting ready to, I want to be stable, I want to settle down, I want to lock in, you know, with someone special. So there's this fast-paced movement that's moving really suddenly, and it's causing some progression. And it's crazy because you're the type of individual that is practical, reliable, slow and steady. So to feel rushed is it makes you feel like walking away. You don't like that pressure. You feel pressured, okay? To be, you know, to make, I guess it's a title. Maybe someone's looking for a title. I'm not sure, but you're not ready, I guess. And it pushes you away. It causes arguments, first of all, a lot of conflict, and then it caused the separation of some sort, and you felt disappointment, you feel loss and grief. But it's really a victory. I know that sounds crazy. How could you lose something, but then be, but it is that intentional, or with knowing, cutting something off or letting something go, sacrificing something, is going to bring you not just clarity and truth, but it's going to bring you a victory and triumph. Okay? So it may not have happened yet, but trust me, it's coming, and it's quick because you've got that Eight of Wands in there, that fast-paced, you know, movement that's going on. I feel like it brought you a possibly a Cancerian. It's possible because the moon is out there, and that represents Cancer. But the Queen of Wands represents fire. It's a fire sign. Could possibly be Sagittarius, Aries, possibly Leo. Either that, or you're showing up as whether you're male or female, in the Queen of Wands energy, that passionate and determined attractive, confident energy, self-assured, charismatic. And it might have something to do with like somebody maybe that's, I don't know, or something that hasn't been revealed to you yet. Or it could be just pointing towards a Cancer. I'm not sure. We're going to look and see what the Spirit says. Ooh, okay. That was pretty quick. Okay. Yeah, remember I told you you were supposed to make a decision. You didn't make a decision. You kept procrastinating, postponing. So judgment got called in. And so now it's like, sorry. Now it's like, this is kind of what, this is the outcome. This is how it turned out because you didn't make a decision you should have made. So it's like, it kind of, where you were upset about the pressure or whatever, it put more pressure on you because you're still moving at the same momentum. Even though you, I felt like you didn't want to be pushed into it, but you were really procrastinating. So let's see. What's up with the moon? Why is the moon card here? Who's the moon, or what's the moon about? Spirit, can we have more information on why the moon card just turned up for Leo in the first pile? What's the moon card here for? Anything on the moon? Can we please get some type of clarification here for Leo and the moon? Why is the moon here? Okay. Well, the moon is... I'm thinking maybe what you don't see is you might need to be setting boundaries and limitations. Okay? Because there's some insecurities around this moon. Okay? So it's the Four of Pentacles is what came up for you guys, and that's about boundaries. Or possessiveness, it could be. And it could be about insecurities, but that's not what I'm feeling. I really feel like it's, what you don't see is that you need to establish better boundaries that more fits what it is that you want in the relationships when you're dealing with certain people. That's what I'm getting. Anything else, Spirit, for Leo? Well, it wasn't very much, but anything else for Leo, Spirit? Okay, so no. Okay, wait. One more just fell. Hold on. Let me pick this up, guys. It is, it's telling you to take a leap of faith. It's the Fool card, okay? You need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your gut. If you're not an intuition person, you might be like, I trust my gut. Well, trust your gut, okay? I see good things in the, in the future. It looks good. And your fortune sticks also said the same, that maybe you didn't see something in its, like you were judging books by covers instead of opening the book and reading them. So I think you're reading the books now, okay? I feel like you've learned a lesson. So we've got 18:24 on the clock. So we're going to start pile 2. If you pick pile 2, this reading is for you. Pile 2, okay? So you have the Hermit, okay, Virgo energy. You have the Page of Cups. You have the 10 of Wands. You have the Hanged Man. You have the High Priestess. Wow. And you have the 2 of Cups. Okay. You have the 7 of Swords. You have Temperance. You have Strength. That's Leo. You have the 6 of Cups. You have 8 of Pentacles. And you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. All right. The Hermit is very self-reflective. It's about introspection. It's about solitude. Sticking to yourself, going inward. It's about moving inward to gain a better or a different perspective, or make a decision, see things clearly. You know what I mean? Gain some truths. Because with the Seven of Swords down here, which is about hiding or avoiding or lying or trickery or deception, okay? So you moved inward due to something or somebody hiding or lying or trying to be tricky, okay? Playing games, somebody playing games, all right? The Page of Cups is like this dreamy inner child, like head in the clouds, like, oh, I'm so in love type energy. And it's what it is it looks like, to be honest, Leo, I think you are dealing with more than one person, is what I'm seeing. Sense that's what I'm sensing, that you have more than one person you're dating. You're not locked in, so you have more than one person, it looks like. But anyhow, so you're dealing with this person with their head in the clouds, and you feel as though, or you have felt as though, they were hiding something from you or lying to you, something to that extent. But you need to find balance, okay? Because what it's saying really is you're putting all these added burdens. That's the Ten of Wands, these extra burdens. It's starting to stress you out, or it was causing you stress. And it caused you to literally have to dig deep within yourself and find the strength to do what you were supposed to do all along. Because you've been in the hanged man position, and you're there again. It's about sacrifice. It's like literally giving up something. It's like waiting and changing perspectives, because you know that you're going to have to make a sacrifice. You're going to have to give it up, something, whatever it is, whether it's someone or something. And you were there in that position, in that hangman position, knowing what it is that you need to do. And you started to reminisce. You started having memories, being sentimental, being nostalgic, and that drew you to the High Priestess, which is water energy to me, as far as I'm concerned. This is like, because it's Pisces. That's the Pisces. High Priestess is the Pisces. But, it could be Cancer or Scorpio, or really it could be any sign that has water energy in their chart somewhere. Because, the High Priestess, she's about like hidden knowledge. She definitely trusts her intuition. But yeah, that's who I feel like you sacrificed a Page of Cups. Not that that's bad, but this is, the Page of Cups is like young-minded, just young, playful, like not like, even though they are like focused, like they're slow and steady type of energy, but they're still young. They don't, I don't know, the person was young. The other person that you're dealing with is a priestess, is a high priestess, and you have to walk away from something, is really what I was seeing. That's that sacrifice thing. But you feel as though the high priestess, that's your Two of Cups, that's your soulmate, okay? That's your spiritual connection, your close bond, all right? And I think you finally made a decision to be committed. It's about committing, whether it's putting in some dedication or work and effort. You're committed to this high priestess. I would say that it was on work, or it could be in, but it can't. That's the Two of Cups. That's soulmate stuff. Now, a soulmate doesn't have to be a love interest per se. Your soulmate could be your grandma, your brother, sister. You don't know. It's just a connection to somebody that's with you, that has been with you through many lifetimes. Okay, but anyways, yeah. Then you have the Queen of Swords there, and that's about that. That's that energy of being honest and fair, objective and truthful, but the willingness and readiness to cut something off. And that's what you did. You made a choice. You cut something off in order to get something better. Okay. So let's see. Anything else, Spirit, for Leo stack 2, the pile 2? Anything for Leo that chose pile 2? Anything there? All right. Anything for Leo, please, Spirit? Anything you'd like to add to this? What does Leo need to know regarding this situation? Anything there, please, Spirit? Okay. Okay. Okay, tell me about this. Well, all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, you got the Emperor. This is the position you're in right now. You're like in a position, not necessarily of authority, but control. Like you're stepping up. It's like you're like, okay, I got myself in this position. I can get myself out, and I'm gonna do it even better. Like I'm gonna do it my way. I just heard Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. But anyways, Leo, just saying. You know what it is. You took the time, you thought about it, you changed your views on some things, changed some perspectives, and you decided to move forward. And, you cut out what needed to be cut out. Okay? That's what I see. You cut out what needed to be cut out. You're moving forward. And you'll be blessed, with that. It's going to be good, I think. Yeah. Spirit, anything else? Any advice for Leo regarding pile 2? Anything at all? Okay. Oops, shoot. Okay, look what we got. You got 10 of Wands again, which is the burdens. But you also got the 6 of Pentacles. That's about being generous and sharing. Don't forget about setting boundaries with people. I think that because the Page of Cups came out again as well, and you already had that. It came out with the 4 of Cups, which is bored, disconnected. So something was, you got tired of something that was going on with that individual, and you chose to go for the Page of Wands, the more extroverted, exciting, fearless individual. You jumped in inspired with a new initiative. You are going to approach things differently. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so good luck to you on that, Leos that picked pile 2. We got 27:42 on the clock for pile 3. We're about to start pile 3. Okay, so pile 3, this is, if you chose pile 3, this is your reading. All right, you have the Knight of Wands. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the 2 of Wands. You have the 7 of Wands. You have a whole lot of fire going on. Yeah. And then the 2 of Swords. Okay. You have the Sun. Some more fire. Leo energy. You have Justice, Libra energy. You have 8 of Swords. And you have the 6 of Pentacles. You also have the 2 of Pentacles. You have all the 2s, don't you? Wait, 2, 2. The 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, the only thing you would be missing would be the 2 of Cups out here in this particular reading. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? All right. Okay, so, sheesh. All right, so the Knight of Wands is very confident, passionate, adventurous. All right. The Ace of Swords is inspiration. It's about communication. It's about making adjustments as well. The Ace of Wands is about opportunities, creativity, action. All right. The 2 of Wands is about planning and partnership, progress, making plans. All right. 7 of Wands is about challenge, determination, maybe resistance towards something. It's it kind of is about standing your ground. You know what I mean? Not being moved from your positioning or thought process. You have the Two of Swords. This is about indecision. It's about avoidance. It's about some confusion, maybe. It could also have to do with like juggling things, like trying to make things work on all these different levels, different resources and whatnot. Then you have the Justice card. The Justice card is about fairness, the law, karma. Yeah, then you have Eight of Swords. That's about self-doubt, some confusion, but still having free will. You have Six of Pentacles, which is about charity, generosity, maybe some type of windfall even. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance and prioritizations. Okay, that's that trying to juggle things and weigh it out. All right, then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about contentment, luxury, and independence. So what I'm seeing here is you're confident, you're moving along, you're passionate, you're doing this and that. You're kind of inspired. You got the sun out there. It's like, you're like, hey, you're moving, everything's looking good. Success, recognition, enthusiasm, you know, and it gives you this inspiration. Your communication's on point. You thought you're making some adjustments, but you're moving, trucking right along. But there's some justice that has to be done. You've got to act in a fair, according way. You have to move appropriately. You got to be fair, is what it is. Okay, and you have this opportunity to do just that. With that Ace of Wands, it's about new opportunities. It's about trying to make things. You're setting things up for a brighter things. Like, what I'm saying, you're looking ahead, where maybe you wasn't looking that far down the line, and it kind of maybe spooked you. Maybe you got a little spooked because you started having some self-doubt. You know what I mean? So you have a partner, that you're partnered up with, and you guys are planning, and you were making slow progress. You're moving a little bit. You're even remembering, to be generous and charitable. And you're giving, you're supportive. All right. But with the Seven of Wands, there's this, you're being challenged. I feel like I'm feeling some sort of like pressure or being questioned or something like that. And you don't like that. So you kind of stand your ground, like you're not going to be bullied into doing or saying something someone else wants you to do. You just aren't going to do it. Okay? But you've been juggling between two things or two people. And that's where the pressure is coming from. Okay? The two things that you had up in the air. Okay? Your indecision and avoidance, it started just being too much, and you got pushed to a point where finally you're like, forget it, I'm gonna be independent. I'm going for the luxury of it. I'm going for what I want. Like, I'm gonna let this go and go this way. You made a decision finally, is what I'm seeing. Okay. Spirit, what was the decision that Leo made? What did that entail? What decision? What about this decision? What decision is? I know it's a choice, but what about the choice that Leo made? This Nine of Pentacles. Let's ask about that. What is the Nine of Pentacles here for, Spirit? What is that in reference to? What is that in reference to? I feel like you're going for the contentment. You're picking. You're choosing. You kind of look here choosing yourself. You actually got in tune with yourself and decided what you really want. Like what option was better. Oops, for you. Yeah, and you got the Sun. That's how it came out. You got the Sun. Again, it's twice. All right. So, anything else, Spirit, for Leo? Third pile. Messages for Leo, third pile. Any advice for Leo, third pile? Those who picked the third pile. Any advice, Spirit? Yeah. It says this, to do the traditional thing. Like, I think you're maybe thinking about committing. Like, I don't know if it's marriage, but it seems likely. If you're doing things the traditional way, right? You got celebrating on the bottom, friendships and reunions on the bottom of the deck. Let me see. Anything else for Leo at this time, Spirit? Anything else for Leo? Okay. Well, this has been your reading, Leo. I wish you guys, I hope you guys comment. Somebody please comment. Anything, even, I don't want the negative, really, I don't. But if you feel that I didn't do a good job, then you just tell me. If you, okay? I'm cool with that. But just comment. I need some interaction. And you guys are really my diehards. I'm a Pisces, but Leo is always, you guys always show up. You know, you're consistent with watching my videos. So I just want to thank you guys for that. You've been very consistent from day one, and I appreciate it, Leo. Y'all are great. I wish you the best and hope everything works out for you guys. Take care, Leo. I'll see you next time. Oh, everything will be in the description, okay? Please like, share, subscribe. Peace.